Woof. DelMar Dog Life. Carmel Valley Recreation Center. Joey is back. This little white fluff here. He is back. We've got Annie, my host dog, and Coco at daycare today, being a brat with this holy, gentle leader. Just doing a lot of battling with the holy, gentle leader. So, we have them both up. I kind of have a topic, but I think I'm going to spend the whole time just battling Coco here. Oh, you found a ball. It's been chewed up. The ball's been chewed up. Joey here is doing good though. He's been here a few times. This is like his 4th time staying with me. Pretty happy about that because he was so sweet last time. Had a lot of fun. Come on, let's keep walking. Come on, guys. I got Annie and Joey on the tandem leash. Oh, look at you. I had a topic, but I think it's just going to end up being all about gentle leader holy training and the persistence. Get up. But the persistence that I have. Come on. No, don't chew that. Let go of it. Let go of it. Let go of it. Look at that. He keeps getting out. Look how happy he is. How proud of himself he is that he just got out of that. Such a I think part of this is make sure the fit is good so he is happy and it makes him comfortable. So this has kind of been twisted up a little bit. Back on here. Back on. Right back on. Be a good boy. Let's try to tighten this, see how that fit is getting. Each time you do it, the tighter it goes. Sorry, buddy. But you are... Maybe it's part of it too. If it's a poor fit, then it's not going to help anything. So, and we're back here. This guy here, we have the attachment, and it goes to the leash here, and he's wearing the holding. Look at Joey, just being a chill, happy dog. Happy to be out here in the field. And he's just decided to take a break. Okay, I don't think we're going to actually be moving anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is go right into the topic today. There was a fantastic post on r/RoverPetsitting, and it just was so hilarious. If you're thinking about dropping a client, just do it. I had vented so much about this. Is a long one too. I vented so much about this client who we'll call S here and in my family. I love their dogs, but S has a way of stressing me out so much. So much, which I just know. I finally took my own advice and told her I was no longer thought I was the best for the sitter as well. She took it surprisingly well so far, no bad review, but I wouldn't put it past her to still leave one. So she goes on to discuss all of the things that this person stressed her out with. No, sit down. Sit down. We're just gonna chill. You made the problem, and we're just gonna chill. So stay. Come on, let's go over the grass. So these problems that she had, like basically the person was calling her so much over and over, changing the times, changing pickup, drop-off times, changing dates, calling her incessantly, recording her in the home while she's unaware. Just so many things that she's doing. So for starters, I met this client at the beginning of COVID. It was pretty much any job that came my way, so I felt secure financially. She was a little further away than I normally accept, but still needs the must. In person, she's great. She's chill, go with the flow. Time was flexible. Any time between 11 and 1, and they're not fussy. So that was a lie. Very first booking, she started Coco. Very first booking, she started checking on me at 11, and coming to find out there's not actually a window. She wants me there on the dot at 11. No problem. I shuffle my schedule around and we're good. But then some days she would leave early, and I was supposed to be aware of this somehow. She'd message me at 10 a.m. Hey, how are you going to do with the dog soon? I left early today. Our appointment wasn't until 11, so maybe she'd have informed me earlier, so I could shuffle my schedule accordingly. Make sure to refill all water bowls. Open the window. Close the pet gates every single time. That's not really so terrible to remind every visit. Got so old fast, and after the visit she'd text again and ask if I did everything regardless that I did everything in the Rover card. She'd give me dates to put in my calendar, then cancel last minute or change the dates 20 times, which was fun and kept me on my toes. If something was off, it was always my fault. One day one of the gates was open so the dogs got into a room she doesn't want them in. What are you chewing on? You're chewing on grass. Look at this, just took a big hunk of that grass out of there. Wacky. Look at the smile on his face too. He's so proud of himself for it. And here's what really started the downfall of our client-sitter relationship, the 4th of July. She wanted me for the 4th of July but couldn't pay yet. And the next week she still couldn't pay to reserve it, nor the next week. I was getting other requests I was turning down because she said she'd need me, knowing there's a high chance she would cancel last minute. Luckily, she booked me the week before, so it was good to go. Now I explained to her very clearly I would not be at the house the entire time. I have other sittings to do, but I won't leave the dogs longer than 6 hours, and my schedule is weird, so if I'm not back by 11 p.m., don't worry, I will be back. Cut to her. Are we chewing more grass? What is that? You're chewing the turf up. Come here, buddy. Chewing the turf up. So, 6 hours at a time, and so she started messaging every 45 minutes confirming when I should be home. Her dogs were never left along longer than 6 hours, and she got 6 or 7 pictures a day. I thought after the first day she would calm down, but nope, my entire stay. My personal favorite was when she texted me a notification that there was a moment when she's in the house that he must be there because R is too little to set the sensor off. What was I supposed to do with that information? It makes no sense. If anyone knows, please let me know. I'd like to understand. Her dogs all had 4 working legs. Dogs move, they jump off and off the couch for a better place. They walk around. What's the point of telling me one dog is walking around? Still can't get over it. I have no clue what she wanted me to do about that. Now the very last sitting was with her. She requested 12. I told her my schedule was full. Be closer to 1:30. She said it was fine. Cut to noon and she's asked me when I'm going to get there because she left early, and oh yeah, the dog's on medication, so now they can't hold it. It was literally 5 minutes later she texted me again, and now it's an hour and a half past noon. At 1:05, I can't stress this enough, only 5 minutes have passed between texts. I text her that I'll be there soon, then she calls me, which I ignore because I'm in the middle of something, and she was stressing me out. I didn't want to be a risk. She starts messaging me that one of the dogs has been pooping in a house a lot. I tell her there's no accidents. She tells me he's been pooping in a different room. I send her pictures of the room, and suddenly everything is perfect. I'm the best sitter in the world again. And then it hit me that I don't want to do this again anymore. The next time she requested me, I told her I was full up to that date. I was. She mentioned the other dates, and I told her that she should find another sitter. The relief I felt is immeasurable. I'm going to repeat that again. The relief I felt turning her down is immeasurable. So if you need to sign to drop a client, you just don't mess with it. Do it. And that's a long rant. But yeah, essentially that is the thing, is, you know, how to fire a client. I think I've only fired 2 clients. No, I fired 3 clients. I fired 1 client because the dogs pooped in my room, in my living room 4 times, and then peed 2 more times. He had 2 dogs. She had not walked them at all that morning, and they went waking up straight from her house to my house with no walk in between. So of course they poop all over my living room, and the woman just stands in there, says, "What would you want me to do?" And I go, "Did you walk them this morning?" And she says, "No." And I said, "Can you get your dogs out of my living room and have them stop pooping?" And she seemed really upset about that. I still watched her dogs to stay, but that was, she knew, and I don't know, she knew it was embarrassing to do that, and she never tried to book again, and I would have turned her down. The other time that I canceled a customer, she would, every time I had pictures, if I sent pictures of the dog in the park, if it looked like the leash was not connected to my hand and was just kind of sitting there on the ground just like that, that got a message. And she was saying, "Oh, my dog," which is literally a lot like this one. She said, "That dog is going to run away, and you won't be able to catch it if it sees a squirrel or a bird or something. They can just run away." And so I didn't reply again, and when she picked it up, I just kind of blew it off. But the next time that she did it, I declined the booking, and I told her that we were full, and I don't think that we were going to be a good fit for her anymore. Let's see. Another time that I dropped a booking was because the dog, which was probably a lot like size like this one, young puppy, you know, it kept attacking other dogs and jumping onto them, and it actually kind of hurt another dog. And so I had to tell, and I was really furious about it too, because it was you know, I had 2 other smaller dogs, and it was just all of a sudden, and and it was, you know, one time was enough to just knock over a dog and like have it yelping, and I'm like, oh, this is just not going to work. So I had to fire her because her dog was not, her dog was just not going to behave around smaller animals, and I just can't keep them separate in my home like that. So now I'm doing services, home services. So that would have been the option. I would have just taken that dog to their house and been house sitting for the rest of the stay. Let's see, any other times I've, oh yeah, the dog on the anxiety medication. I fired that guy because that dog did not need anxiety medication. It was just too difficult to give it the medication. It just did not want that medication. It was fine. It was fine. I think it was the owner that needed the medication, not me, not his dog. And I'm just not going to risk getting, you know, bit, and I don't need to break a sweat giving your dog medication for $28 a night at the time. So he got fired too. So I'm like, well, be a good boy, be a good boy. So I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna agree with her. These times, don't let them do it more than once. You know, once they can, you don't want them to have the bad review. You want to give, you know, the chance of during the meet and greet. You've got to. It's really hard too. You've got to be able to be firm during the meet and greet and tell them you have to trust my judgment. You know, I'm going to be giving you enough communication, but I have other obligations. I have other bookings during the day. I have other walks I have to do, other guests to walk. So you have to trust my abilities, that your dog will be cared for. It's not a set amount of time. I'm not going to start a timer or a clock, but your dog is going to be comfortable. And if it's going to change contact, then I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut them off. You know, generally, even after that, it's picture only at some point. If someone keeps messaging me, asking me XYZ question, and a picture can't do it, then they're not getting much more communication. But so far, I've kind of been able to tell that on the meet and greet, especially the Rover platform, because I got a chance to meet them before this day, and I know if they're going to work out, and it's going to, you know, they're the kind of owner that I want to work with, and they're the kind of, you know, their pets are, you know, if I'm house sitting, it's not a big deal. But if you know, if they're pets are going to be around my kid, then that's going to be the main issue. So yeah, fire a client if you need to. Keep the good ones and take care of them as needed. All right, so sponsor Teamelia, T-E-A-M-E-L-L-I-A, Teamelia Tea. Great tea, great life. Shipped to your home in the U.S. Thanks, everyone.